So we clearly don't have a name for the podcast yet, right? So
Not yet.
this is something we've been wanting to do for a while, and hasta ahorita se está dando. And well, we don't have a name, but we want to start, so we're doing it. Most of you know me already. I'm Hector. My Instagram is Morales the Barber, and I've been cutting 3 years now. And ahorita I'll keep going with my story, but you can go with yours. Introduce yourself.
Well, you guys, for everybody that already knows me, is Isaac Fates. I've been in the industry for about 8-9 years now, licensed. Just now that I am here at Pearl Barbershop, trying to get our name out there. But I guess, like you said, we'll go little by little.
Well, yeah, want to start how you started cutting hair?
It's a long story. Make it short, I started cutting hair around my sophomore year. Started cutting hair with my cousins, friends. Have a few friends that are still clients, which is much appreciated. Funny story, one of my haircuts, my little cousin, at that time, he was in elementary, and I'm there practicing designs. So you probably know him as Erwin, my cousin Erwin. So.
Right. What's up, Erwin?
So, I started doing design, and I pop up a picture of the Playboy bunny, and I cut his hair. Started cutting his hair, and I did it right here, like towards the back, and he's like, oh, he was all excited. Oh, I like it. It's so cool. Blah blah. He was a little kid. We're both young at that time. He was a little kid, and he goes to school the next day and gets in trouble by the teacher. Anyways, and gets in trouble by the teacher, and his mom my tia got told, and so he had to go get a fresh new haircut, just because it was inappropriate. Playboy bunny.
Good morning.
¿Qué onda, Serge? ¿Qué onda? Aquí el compita Hector, ya sabes, guapo como siempre.
Pero ¿qué dice Sir?
Que dice que ese guapo.
Pues aquí nada más.
Aquí estuvieras allá del otro lado nomás viendo.
Pero se agüita, dile.
¿Te agüitas? ¿Qué pedo que te agüitas? No, güey. Sí, pues sí, that's how I started, that's how I started. Cutting my cousins, my friends. And eventually I wanted to go to college. I graduated high school, went to community college. I actually wanted to become a police officer for San Diego. Obviously that didn't work out.
Se nota.
Yeah, so that didn't work out. The academy, the school, halfway there I kind of called it quits. I did become a parent. I did become a dad at a young age, at 20 actually. So my main focus was already to provide, and I had debates with my wife now at that time, because we were both young. So I had debates whether to keep going or just generate money. So I went back to cutting, and I told her, you know what, I'm gonna go back to what I like doing, and I like doing best. Decided to join Associated Barber College in downtown, and from there it's been game on since 2015. I'm here now. What about you?
Well, it started I've been cutting for 3.5 years, 4 years. So everybody that knows me, I've always worked in restaurants as a cook, line cook. And I think just coming out of high school, I never really had anyone that motivated me to do anything. So it's like I got this job and I'm making quick money. So I was like, this is what it is. And I just got stuck to that 9 to 5, having 2 jobs and everything. Until one day I was like, I gotta do something different. And during COVID, I noticed everybody was still cutting, you fuckers.
That's for sure.
And I started looking into it, and I was like, well, you know what? You could make money different ways. So, but the first thing I saw that I needed was like get a barber license. That could open you a lot of doors.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, I was working at a time at this restaurant, and there was this coworker I was working with, and she used to do hair, and she started telling me about this apprenticeship program called Ares. So I hit him up and I joined. I joined that apprenticeship, and I ended up working at SD Blade's Barbershop, allá con Brandon, ya lo conocen.
Hey,
Compita Brandon. And well, I did my hours, started and got my license, but everything was because I got tired of that. The same job, it was the same thing over and over again. It is a restaurant. Every day is different, but you're cooking the same plates every day. It gets boring after a while.
Yes, sir.
And then it's just something sparking on like I need to start making cash. Freedom. Cash is freedom. Money's not everything, but it gives you freedom for a lot of things.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, that's why I started cutting. It's just to generate money. Yeah.
And then touching on the topic of that 9 to 5, I don't know if you remember, I told you I used to work security.
Yeah.
I did it for about 4 or 5 years while I was going to, college. Dude, I hated having to do my full shift, and then there's like, oh, you're mandated to stay, like for overtime, and it's already late, dude. Like I already did my time. I'm clocking out at 10, and they still wanted me to stay till 2, 3 in the morning. Yeah. I hated that they would tell me like, you need to stay. It wasn't even an option. So that right there was more of a like, okay, like I want my freedom. And yeah, as barbering gives you the freedom you like, I still have to be professional. You still have to be professional. You still have to respect hours, the shop hours, the hours you actually put on your schedule. So in a sense, you still working a scheduled hour, but it's more of the freedom of like having to be your own boss and nobody telling you like be there or you gotta stay or you gotta go type, all those stuff. It does change a 9 to 5 to becoming a barber.
Yeah, you don't gotta request days off. It's on you. But it takes more of you to be responsible. Because it is your own business.
Definitely.
Like you can't be like you say if you put certain hours, you can't be not there. When you say you're gonna be there.
Definitely. And not just owning a shop is owning like what you said, the schedule. Once you become a barber, you're your own self-employed, so just having the hours there as a individual, you have to respect that as well because you're your own little business within the shop.
Yeah. Anyway.
Let's go.
A ver, ¿qué más?
Pues,
Like,
what pushed you to open up this shop after working 2 years at another shop as a self-employed barber?
I saw it being manageable. I saw there is potential in anything you do. But it's like anything else. You gotta put in the work. You can't just expect it to happen. It takes time, but it honestly motivated me finding you. We linked up at SD Blades, and it takes a while for me to start talking to people. It's something else that barbering helped me a lot because you have it one on one with your client, you know.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes the client doesn't want to talk, so it is quiet. But most of the time, like they always say, like barber is a therapist. You know, you're there to talk to the client. You know, they hear you out, you hear them out, and that's helping me talk
What's up, brother?
more. And yeah, and before when I met you, pues sí, no hablaba mucho, and you know we started linking up, we started talking, and I see how motivated you are to grow in this industry. You know, I respect you for that, and you know, like I said, finding you know, like I never thought I wanted to shop, never in my head, you know,
Yeah.
and but yeah, you're one of the reasons.
Oh, that's all.
Eso, entonces va a poner celoso.
If he's still watching, si no lo mira al rato.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, touching bases on that, yeah. 2 years ago, I started working at this shop. Thanks to one of my homies that I met back when I barely started. Shout out Tijeras. Yeah, so I met Hector at this shop. You know, like you said, we worked there for 2 years and we started clicking. Same mindset, and I saw the growth that he did within those 2 years of the apprenticeship, of being the barber, getting his license. He was on top of it, and I respect him for that because there's a lot of people here in this industry that are doing great. They're great barbers. They're definitely one to follow, but sometimes that license, it affects you in a way. Maybe not, maybe yes, but there's places that do require it. And for that, I mean, like I said, he did great. He did his time at school at the apprenticeship program, and then got his license. Right after that, we started, like I said, we started clicking, we started talking. There was a few issues happening, but at the other shop, not between us, but at the other shop. So at that time, we had decided to, funny story, first before the shop, we had decided to actually buy a bus
Yeah.
or an RV, and we were gonna become mobile. That was the first initial plan. But as we were doing that, listen, the first day that we were looking for buses, we had already found one. My wife texted us, "Hey, I found a spot." And could you not, everything went so fast that in the blink of an eye, like, we were open doors. So basically, long story short, my wife contacted the real estate guy. Hector contacted the real estate guy. We had two different conversations till we ended up being, linked with the same person. We came and checked out the place. I remember we opened, the real estate opened the door. Thank you, Juan, for helping us a lot. So he came, opened the door, and we saw the place. I mean, the place was not left in good conditions, but it was spacious enough to where we loved it. We had already a game plan, so it fit what we wanted to do. And next thing you know, man, like, the real estate guy was talking about, like, oh yeah, you guys think about it, whatnot. And me and Hector looked at each other and we just kind of nodded and we were like, let's do it right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's now or never, guys. When you see an opportunity, you sometimes you just gotta take it, go with your gut. It is true. Like I said, I mean, I've been cutting 4 years, license 1.5, and I have a shop, and I have people telling me, like, oh, I want to be doing what you're doing, but like I haven't done shit. Like I'm barely starting. This is the beginning for us. It's something huge. It's more.
Your barber's leaving, bro. Book him now.
But yeah, I mean, it takes time and dedication too. Don't think it's just you go and you find a place. Nah, You have to have the vision for it a lot. You have to have the dedication. You know, it's more easier said than done that you call
Definitely.
yourself your own boss, but it's more responsibility
Definitely.
because everything it's on you. Is you know it's you're your hardest critic at a point. But yeah,
Definitely. For sure. I mean, experience enough won't get you uh, um, far, but you do have to have ganas, you know? You're gonna have to want it to be able to get there. And guys, owning a business as a barbershop is not the end of it. Being a barber opens doors, becoming an entrepreneur opens doors. And once you know you can open a business as a barbershop, but if you look at it as a business perspective, you can actually do more than just barbershop.
yeah. I mean, barbering, like I said, I liked it because it opens different doors. You know, you could be an ambassador for a brand. You could open your own shop. You could shit. You could build your own clippers if you want to. You know, make your own brand. There's a lot of ways. It's it's ridiculous how this barbering career it's can take you anywhere.
For sure.
Man. You want to take a shot? Antes que se caliente, güey.
Let's do it.
Yeah, this too.
Salud.
Podcast, you know, it's tradition.
Salud, raza. If you guys haven't tried this tequila ocho,
Non-sponsored.
not sponsored, but it's one of our favorites here at the shop. Very
And
smooth.
But yeah, we wanted to open the bus. It's crazy, huh? It's things changed right out of nowhere. Like you said, we were looking at the bus, and I was like, "All right, we could go see it tomorrow." And then, like you said, Jessica called us and was like, "Oh, there's an empty place." You know, it's crazy how things just move really fast.
I mean, that idea is still up there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, guys, we like to go to events. We do we go out to schools. We go back to school haircuts at the park and Memorial. So that'll be dope for anyone who wants to invest in that. You know, open a bus and with our logo, it's pretty dope.
Yes, sir. By the way, it's coming up November 22nd. We're gonna be at Mount Miguel. We got invited to do the career fair for them at that high school. We're gonna be talking about, you know, barbering, becoming a barber, and being a young entrepreneur.
Ese no se le like.
Sí, a second. Dice el Agustín que a dónde vas, que ocupa su haircut.
But I was in on life.
So how do I flip it so it's...
I don't know. Sorry.
Unscrew it.
From here?
From the back. Right there. There you go. Center it. Un poquito to the other side. Right. Un poquito para acá.
Like,
Right there. No, un poquito para allá. Right there.
like that.
See. Perfect. Thank you.
Wait, the point of you having your phone is for questions. No one's asking anything.
No, it's fine, you know.
Anyone has any
Eventually.
questions?
It's the first
No.
video, so eventually we're gonna start getting interactions with them, you know?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the whole point.
who's ever watching, I mean, ask us some questions. We're out here right now.
It's Joey.
Hey, and Enrique, your brother said, when is the next Babe We event?
The what?
¿Cómo que Babe?
The what?
He said, Barber.
Oh,
The next barber. It was.
I don't know. What are
Barbers.
you guys? What are barbers? El Marv.
We're gonna look
You
into
guys
some
are the one that
online.
likes to compete a lot.
We're gonna look into some online. Our barber Nano, our youngest barber, 17-year-old, and I are usually the ones competing. So we're gonna look into some online and see.
What's up, Nano? You want to say hi?
See where
We're
when
talking
can
about
we go. You wanna and let me introduce to you. I have two. We have two of our barbers here at Black Pearl.
Los dos, güey.
Come on.
¿Y quién era de chismosos?
Which one?
Las que sea, güey. They're all watching you.
What's up?
That's our youngest
That's
barber,
Joey.
17-year-old
What's up?
barber,
El
Nano.
Nano.
Yeah.
And one of our freshest barber, Joey.
I can't,
Sí.
You know,
I can't
go
fix
follow
the
them.
camera, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out, Joey.
Todos tenían el cuello torcido. Y'all wanna hear it? Y'all wanna hear it? Where's the mic?
Aquí.
A ver ahí.
Y'all wanna hear it?
Un besito.
Y'all are here.
Ya la puerta, pues. But anyway, so barber battles. When are you guys going back?
You know what? Like I said, Nano is the one that usually keeps up with the dates on like looking in the Instagram and seeing the battle dates. So once we find one, we'll go for another one. Hopefully before the year ends, we'll go to another one or two at least. But yeah, we'll get ready for that. You know, we're gonna keep showing up until
We're getting recognized.
we get recognized, and not just eventually about us, but we want to get this brand recognized. And
Y
this
antes que
brand-
me digan, hey, you don't even compete. Hey, I don't like competing, alright? It's not my thing. It's not my thing.
He doesn't
You know,
compete, but that's a camera guy.
I like to support. I like to support the crew, and that's what I'm gonna do. You know, always gonna have their backs. But yeah, I'm
Right.
be taking. I'm the camera guy now, I guess.
That's right, yo. That's our camera guy right there, guys.
When you become your own boss, you gotta be a little bit of everything, you know. So that's how it works.
Next,
All right,
see you. Have a good night. Next question: what do you guys think of the barber battles? Would you change anything about them?
Damn. We've been talking about it a lot. You know, we've been going to a lot of battles lately. Well, I just started going, you know. And everywhere I go, they always tell me, you know, you always hear the comment, oh, no wonder this barber doesn't battle no more. Or a lot of things has changed now. It's not the same. But it's like everything, you know, with time, everything changes, you know, music, you know, art forms, everything has its era. So
Yes.
barbering era right now, it is what it is right now.
Yeah.
So like I tell the guys, you know, you guys want to compete, you gotta compete at their level now, at what they do, this crazy hairstyles, this crazy color, everything. But I mean, change anything? I don't know. Maybe we were talking about like judges, you know, like having judges not see no haircuts until it's done, no?
Yeah. So
Like not
see the
see
showcase.
who's doing the haircuts or walking around, because that's what they do, you know. They walk around, they look at the cuts, and they're judging it and seeing what they're doing at the same time. They're taking notes and stuff.
And they know who cut it.
Yeah, that's one thing, you know, that they always know who it is. But it would be cool, you know, not having a judge, not knowing who did what, and just looking at the cut at the end. That's one thing we could change. It would be dope having our own battle battles, right?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I think it's on the talks and on the works of doing our first barber battle for our anniversary here at the barbershop. That'll be that'll be awesome. For sure. What he just talked about, having the judges not looking, definitely was gonna be one of the things that we would try to do here for our first battle. You know, I think it gives you more of not surprised, but more of a, what's the word? Challenge per se, because they won't know who actually did it, you know?
Yeah.
And they'll go based on the actual haircut.
Yeah. I mean, it sometimes it does affect, you know, it's like, oh, I've been rocking with this barber for a long time, you know, like, oh, I know his
Exactly.
style, I know what he does.
Exactly.
You know, get us or no, we're human beings, and sometimes that, like, because you know that when you fuck with him, so sometimes you do a little bit more, you know, and it isn't what it is, you know, but that's like we said, that's maybe one thing we could change, but yeah.
Yep. Definitely, I agree with that. Sometimes it does happen like that. You know, they already know that person for some time, and definitely they'll give their vote to them over the other person. But I think that by the judges not looking at the competitors and as they're doing their haircut, it would be a very challenging way to judge, because they will definitely be judging the haircut. And like I said, if they actually knew the person, they would know, okay, I know that haircut just by looking at it, you know? They would be like, oh, I think I know who that person did it. But obviously we would not, I think the challenge here would be not having them know, the competitors not having know who is the judges, and the judges not having know who's competing.
Yeah.
I think that would be the best way to do it, honestly.
Yeah.
I'd say we do it.
It takes time, you know, like, I mean, it would be great to do it next month and whatnot, right? But it is hard work. You know, we've been going through these battles, and I just don't look at the haircuts or go just for the fun of it. You know, like I told you guys, I'm here to generate money. So that's, I guess, I know barbering battle, it's a business too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, so I've been looking into it, and it's a lot of work, but we know we could do it. It's just gonna take time.
Yes.
Also finding a place, you know, having vendors. It's like throwing a fucking party for your family. And then at the end of the day, can you say it? Not everybody's happy. Miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some cameras though.
Okay. The mics are probably not gonna go on anymore.
That's
I'm
alright.
pretty sure they're loud enough. Anyways, yeah, you know, barbering battles are actually, you know, business in its own, and yeah, definitely gonna look into it. And for the young barbers, like fresh barbers that are getting into it, barber battles are actually a way to get up there and get reputation and all that. But honestly, it's not all about that. Create your own profile, become the best at what you do. Honestly, perfect your craft before, you know, maybe before you want to go and compete, because it is harsh. But the barbering battles it is harsh right now. It's a lot about popularity, a lot about who you know. So if you're just going in raw like that, expect to not win. Expect to not win, honestly.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, guys, you know. But I tell the guys, you know, no se agüiten, you just gotta show up. And that's how it is, you know, like, we're eventually gonna meet people, we're eventually gonna connect with people. And, you know, we're here just, you know, to grow as well, you know, we're not trying to bring everybody down or anything. We are just trying to make it as well.
Yes, and like I said, I mean, our main focus for us is expanding this brand and getting this brand known. Like I said, even by going to these barber battles, even if we don't win, our priority is to put it out there, you know, even if we don't win, people are still seeing our craft. People are still seeing our shirts. People are still seeing our brand, and they know that maybe we didn't win, but they know that we still fresh. You know, like our haircuts are still fresh. But like I said, because of barbering politics, sometimes we don't win, but we get recognition.
Yeah.
And people will see us more often. Y pues, la verdad, pues gracias a Dios que, you know, we're here now and we have this brand up, and for us, our main goal is to expand, guys. Like, the barbershop is not the end.
It's just the beginning. Yeah. This, like I said, people saying this is my first year and this is what I have. Now imagine what I'm gonna do in 10. It's just the beginning.
Enrique said, when is Hector competing?
I already told you I'm not.
You're not paying attention?
You know what? No, para darle gusto a la gente, probably I'll do it just once.
¿Por qué no?
Fuck it.
I mean, you don't always have to be the one taking pictures.
Right.
Hey, you know?
Yeah. Who knows? A ver si me da gana.
Una competencia no te va a doler. ¿Te va a gustar?
Oh. Ay, ya empezaron. But yeah, guys, it's like we say, this is the first podcast, and it's just something we have to get used to. You know, it's
definitely
not like ahorita corazón está cierra.
I mean, this is different. Like recording, editing, and then posting it. And have it to be live at the same time. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking, but I guess at the same time you kind of get it out of the way.
Share it with your phone.
You know, you kind of get it out of the way.
You know, we try to do what we can with what we have. You know,
look at this. Look at the setup.
But
you know, it's a setup. This is a setup, guys. We out here.
You just gotta do what you can with what you have, and sooner or later, you know, we'll start getting more views and we'll get recognized, and we could invest in all this hardware and tools that people use to make the better podcasts and stuff. But this is what we have, and we're gonna work with it.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
We're gonna grow.
Dice que chismoso, güey. Nada más no leo, pero si miro su profile picture.
Is there any barbers you guys inspire or get ideas from?
Yeah, that's pretty hard, bro.
Plenty.
Yeah.
You know, even after being like a barber for many years, like you still look up to somebody that have already been through what you've been through, you know. And there's a few barbers out there for sure that has inspired me into becoming the barber who I am now. Looking into it back, there's a few of my boys that I went to barber school with that have been growing as well, same time as me, and they have done their thing. And you know, for me, they're an inspiration because they're going through it as well. You know, both of them have become business owners as well, and they haven't stopped there, and that's inspiration enough for me. You know, I let's say out of the three of us, you know, I was the last one to become a business owner, but nor the least, you know, the first of the last, but I'm there now. I'm there with them, and gracias a Dios, you know, I keep my faith up, and we go up from here, man. You know, definitely a way to look at it.
Yeah, and like they always say, you know, like don't compare yourself. Like, yeah, you're a barbershop owner now, you know, and it took you a while, but you're here now, you know.
Definitely.
We could be, like I said earlier, the hardest critics is ourselves, and at the end of the day, when we wake up and look at the mirror, we see ourselves. So it's always a war between us. Like how can I be better than yesterday? And when I got into barbering, I didn't really looking at barbers like that, and oh, say wait, that cabrón, like I just started cutting hair because I wanted to change my work style, but a lot of this social media, I see a lot of great barbers out there. I try to get a little bit of everything, and now what I look at more is shop owners. Like how they are running their shop, how are they doing their stuff. So those are the ones I'm looking at now. Those are the people I'm watching them grow as well, because when I start following them, they have one shop and now they have three and they have 5, and shit, I want to be there one day too. So those are my motivational people. Those are the people I'm looking up to right now.
Yes, it's changing. Once you see it in the business perspective, like your mind starts working different. You start thinking more of like not just barbering or how to get a better haircut, which I mean that's great, but you start thinking on the business part of the well, you start thinking about that business part, how to open another business, how to run that business. And this guy right here, props, like going back to school soon to get a better education for the business, it's for him and for the business to grow this business, because like I said, this barbershop's not just the beginning, it's not the end.
Sorry. Yeah, guys, and we never stop learning, like I'm doing this, but I don't know, I don't have no clue what I'm doing, honestly. I'm just going day by day, and the only way for you to learn is try to take some classes, look up to people and try those things out for yourself. It's trial and error. Mm-hmm. You don't want to fucking live with the what if. What if I did this? What if I did that? Just do it. I started cutting hair. Probably it wouldn't give, but it did. Now I'm here. Now I'm with this guy owning the shop, running the shop together, doing a fucking podcast. Who would have fucking said? Who would have imagined?
And the guy dropping our bombs. Next question. Says, what would you advise people when it comes to a partnership? A lot of people don't believe in it. So what's your point of view?
Yeah.
There's a difference between partnership and investors. Alright, because an investor is still a partner, but an investor is a silent partner that is not present, but they still receive a part of the income. A partnership, which is what we have and what we own, is two individuals. Better.
See you guys next week.
Later. Have fun.
Be safe.
You too, man. Hey, don't get stuck by no orchard now.
The who?
Don't be getting stung by no orchard.
Con que me piques en otra cosa. Un hawaiano.
Sale, bro. Yeah, so like
it's not sand though.
So like I was saying, what we have is a partnership, and a partnership actually, it's being in agreement of having that partnership, that communication, having everything run through both of us. Sometimes we can disagree, and that's fine, because that's really what a partnership is. Like you gotta talk about it, you gotta come in a conclusion for what we want. At the same time, me and him click in a lot of stuff, and we agree to a lot of stuff, so it kind of comes easy, but it's not for other people,
And even then, it's like a relationship. You don't really, you could be dating this girl, but you don't really know her until you live with her. You know, the same thing. We worked together at a shop, but we were not running anything together. You know, we were still independent. And once we got the shop, you know, we know each other. We get to know each other more better, and it's always just compromising. You know, it's, like you said, we click, and it just works out. And that's what's great about it. That's why I said, like, that's why I decided to partner up with him, is because I know it's gonna work. I feel it's gonna work out. I mean, and if it doesn't, pues ni pedo, you know, we're trying. But it is, you know, like, we're here, you know, we're taking it day by day. Anything we do, we run it by each other without doing nothing. And that's how it works, you know, you both have to compromise.
Yes, but honestly, a big thanks to my wife, Jessica, who owns Black Pearl Aesthetics here with us. She did an amazing job for us running the paperwork, helping us go through all that paperwork while we still stayed busy cutting, working on the building, on how we wanted everything to be arranged. Obviously, everything you did is not going bad. You helped us a lot.
Yes.
And I mean, we're two partners, but
It's three.
it's honestly three. She's like a silent partner in this.
No quiero estar aquí. Oh yeah.
Next question says, do we have any events going on in the community?
Right now, it's just at school, right?
Yeah, Mount Miguel.
Mount Miguel, we're gonna do that. For the community, I think we don't have anything right now.
Not right now. There's some works that we are working on for the community where we are at. You know, stay tuned. We'll start posting about that soon. But for right now, the only main thing coming up is gonna be the Mount Miguel event.
Yeah. So what? Wanna call it?
Yeah, guys.
I mean, this is our introduction, so you guys could get to know us a little bit more.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna try to do this more constantly and have topics, you know, so make it more interested. But we just wanted to get out there and for you guys to know us, because our group knows us, but not the outer group, you know. We want people to really know us.
Yes, and you know, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll get more viewers on the live and more viewers on after we post.
Just don't cancel me though. After I say some things.
You know, we are pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Comment on our videos. We'll answer your questions on the next view, on the next live. But yeah, let's close it up. If it ain't Black Pearl, it ain't good.
Nah, no. Later, guys. Thank you.